So, it's been a while, but welcome to Fast and Dirty, presented by Harrow's Automotive Center and Harrow's Fleet Services in Vero Beach, Florida. Um, Tired. Sorry it's been so long since we made a video, but life gets crazy, shop gets crazy, things like that. So, we're back on the Mustang, and as you can see, we're not in the garage, we're in the office. Mainly because there's air conditioning in here, and this is Florida. We went to the Syracuse Nationals and walked around because we were in New York for a funeral. Two of them, actually. Because if you're going to do it, why not do it? But all that aside, we're back on videos. We're back on the Mustang, and we're going to crank out a little bit of work. We have the stroker ready to go back in. We have the 5-speed out. We're going to paint the 5-speed. I'm not a fan of usually painting transmissions. Because I always kind of think, why would you paint a transmission? But considering we need the whole thing to look good, painting it's the way to go. And it's a clean transmission already. It's not like it's got crud and dirt, stuff like that all over it. We're just going to paint everything so it flows and matches. We're going to do it kind of in like a gray, like a light, almost aluminum kind of gray. Or aluminum silverish color thing. You'll see it in the video. But one thing we are in here for, and something kind of cool, is we're back on interior junk. And anybody who has a first-gen Mustang, I don't know, do guys even call them first-gen Mustangs? I don't know, not a Mustang guy. I'm a Firebird Trans Am guy, and we do say first-gen. But this right here, this amazing, actually it's going to be this way. This amazing panel right here is one half of what we're building for the under dash kick panel kind of thing, because I was sitting in the car not long ago and I looked over and I was like, wow, underneath that dash just looks crappy. You can see like the heater box and stuff like that and all that sort of stuff, and typically I don't care about stuff like that, but we want to build a car for somebody, right? We're trying to do a good job. And all the other interior stuff we did just seems like if we stop now, we're crapping out, right? And it's not my style, right? So, and I know in an earlier video, we actually showed you what we had already done, because I'm a dunce, and I built it off camera. And I built it off camera because I built it long before we started YouTube videos. But now I actually do get to show you, just some cheap cardboard stuff thing from Home Depot. It's like $6.50 a sheet or whatever. I actually got this on sale and it was like $6.90 for all of it, and I bought 3 pieces, and I bought 3 4x2 pieces, so this is only a piece of a piece, so I get to test this one and see if it fits, and then if I really like it, I can build a whole nother one, or I could just add on to this side, right? But this is what we're going to do. We're going to build this. You can see this is where our transmission tunnel goes. This meets our floor. This is going to meet our dash. And then we have this little doodad thing that someone put on for some reason. I think it's part of a heater control or some, I don't know. It's a toggle switch. So we're actually going to go around the toggle switch, which, again, test piece, we're probably going to get rid of the toggle switch, right? Because I don't even really know what it does. There's like 2 of them. It's like 4 toggle switches. I think maybe one of them's anti-theft. I should probably look into that. One could definitely be anti-theft. But this is what we're going to do. Sorry I keep droning. So we have some black suede. We'll get that and we'll show you. This is what we got. We got some black. I like using headliner material, right? And it's black suede, right? Stuff's awesome. And it'll match the insert. It does have a weird smell though, but it'll match the inserts to our seats, which I think is really cool, right? Because I like it when things match. So this is going to be our material. So I'm going to lower the camera down. We're going to build it here on the floor. Probably use that box there, and show you what to do. Okay, so this is what we got. This is going to be the outer facing part of the panel, and we're just using some headliner material spray. probably like professionals out there going, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" But, I'm a professional in my own mind, so ask my children. I'm awesome in my own mind again. It's always fun to fight with things. Okay, so now we'll spray this end of it. So we'll let that sit and tack for a second. I'm an impatient person, so that's long enough. Again, the real interior guys are probably like, "Oh my God, don't let them near anything, ever." And I tend to agree with those guys, because those guys are probably professionals, and I am not. I am just a guy that decides that I'm going to do stuff. Right? Not a sponsor. So, now, get that good and pushed down. Don't worry, the floor is clean. Ish. Well, it just got. So, now we got this pressed out and things like that. All we just have to kind of trim it. And that's really that. You know, I should have done this straight instead of sideways, because I've used up 9 times more material than what I needed. You know? Yeah, and that's adhered really well. So we're not just peeling that up. Or maybe we are. Come on, don't ruin a little boy's dream. Yeah, we mangled that a little bit. I can do it better, that's why. Said every guy ever. Yeah, I feel better about that. I do. Yeah, that's better. Now what we do is then take hand it into scissors. reason why we did that, I went around the board a little bit so we can kind of fold it in on itself, right? Don't be afraid to be creative. When this is over, it's going to be like awesome. Is what I keep telling myself. All right. I think we have Eureka, and we'll show you the board and what we did. And again, this is really a test board. So, I mean, this isn't 100% the way we're going to do it, but it's 100% the way we can show you how you can do it, right? Because half of the fun of building a car is honestly working on it. Ugh. All right, so this is our finished product, right? And right, this is what we got. I'm gonna come in kind of close, right? So we have our arch, and I left a little bit of fabric here. You'll see that, right? So that way, one, it can hang down and almost cause kind of a seal where it'll kind of fold back in on itself a little bit, or it'll go the other way, right? Kind of like that. I've done it before, and I like how it is because it it also gives it something to kind of hold to. And if it tries this, if there's vibration in the car, this doesn't just vibrate and, you know. All right, so I try not to use a ton of screws because screws are ugly, right? So I try to keep everything very, very, very clean. So that's one of the ways I do it. I leave a little bit of extra material in spaces so that way it can kind of stick. So I have the boards where they sit kind of perfect on their own, right? Where there is just a little bit of gap, and then I use the material as part of the gap, right? That was Johnny, right? So when I'm like talking about Johnny, that's him. He also would like us to get subscribers. And on the back side, it's kind of isn't all that great looking. We just trimmed everything, right? And stuff like that, just to make the edges fit. Again, my overlaps, I want those, right? Because I can fold these and stuff like that, so I can get it to kind of fit tight into a position, right? But this is what we got. This is where we're at. Now, tomorrow we'll install this. We'll find out how awful it is. The rug isn't in the car yet. We still actually have to finish a floor pan too. And we're gonna see if we can get this one to work. If not, we're just going to build another one. Material doesn't cost that much. And honestly, fun little project, totally change the way your car looks, right? And that stuff's awesome, right? Changing the way your car looks, making a car yours, right? And that's what we're doing with this. We're making it ours. We're not even keeping it, but we're making it ours. I'm doing the kind of things that some guy, not me, would want. So, we're gonna also have some work on Hellcat, and we'll probably put some of the shots of cars from the Nationals. I don't know if you might have saw it on Bad Chad's YouTube channel. He was at the Nationals, and I took some videos of what I thought were some of the nicest cars there. I haven't watched Bad Chad's video, but anything Syracuse comes up, and I kind of just attracted to it because I'm from Syracuse. All right, so this is what we got. All right, so we're back on the Mustang again. This is actually the next day. I know that I just got done wrapping a bottom kick panel for the passenger side. On my way home, I was driving my truck, and I was thinking, you know, the inside of the car still looks too plain. Even having a suede underdash, right? Need something for a center console. I love cup holders. Don't know if I'm going to put any in, but we have this. All right. Started out as just another piece of press board, tap board, whatever you want to call it, and cut a hole for the shifter. We even put some holes in there, handy dandy holes for the shifter boot we're going to use. We have a beautiful low car one, nice big beautiful aluminum ring, and I have some aluminum. Hang on, let me get it. Aluminum, right? And we can polish this and it will look gorgeous. And what we're going to do is we're going to go and boom, see the beauty. But of course, we're going to wrap it in suede, right? We're just going to do kind of a simple, little, more decorative than useful center console. If we wanted to, we could put kind of a step in it, you know, and have pockets and things like that. Actually, that's not a horrible idea. I actually have the stuff for that. Well, anyway, we'll examine it. But we're going to use this piece of suede right here. Not the gray part, black part. Nice piece of suede. So we'll take the suede. I'm going to time lapse this, just kind of trying to show people. Suede, and then this will kind of just wrap nice and neat. So that's what it'll look like. And then that black with the aluminum trim, right? If I can find where that actually is. See, and then that's what you'll see inside the Mustang. Nice aluminum trim. Then we'll have our nice, here, I'll get, excuse my tardiness. And then we'll have this, right? You can kind of see how that's going to look, right? Right, it's going to be right about there somewhere, right? But that's what you're going to see. And then this right here will be like this. This is already polished aluminum, so we'll just polish this, make it glossy, make it beautiful, make it shine. And yeah, then we're going to pop all this in the car. But again, very, very easy to make, all right? All you need is a little bit of creativity and the power of bejeebus. Jesus, God, whatever. Whatever your preferences are, whoever you pray to, whoever you don't pray to, I don't care. But this is what we're going to do. And again, super easy project, right? All you need is some headliner material, some a backing, a board, and a bad idea. And, well, the glue fell, so it's dead to me now. So, oh, I got another can. It was less far away to get this can. But then a can of spray and glue. Remember, let it tack for a minute or so before you press the two together. You'll just get a better adhesion, right? But, I mean, that's really it. And then fold the sides over, make it look good. Cover it up, whatever you're going to do, but at least have fun with it, you know? I'm going to start working on mine. I'll show you the finished product when we're done. You know, I'm going to use a little bit of wood and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Still don't know what to do for the sides yet, but don't worry, we'll work that out together. I just love showing people an easy way to do something really, really cool and kind of custom, right? Because the coolest thing about cars is actually making cars your own. And that's the important part. Making this stuff your own. My beautiful wife, I think, is about to walk in right now. See? She's right there. So, and she's graciously not yelled at me for making a mess, but I have to clean up. She's side-eyeing me. I'm scared. I'm going to let you go now, and we'll see you in the next part. Okay, so it's much later in the day. I messed with my center console off and on all day, and I probably had like 3 hours in building it. This is what I have so far. It is not a done product. It's kind of like 80%. What I have is this. Okay, get in here a little bit. Wood grain sides, all aluminum. So see, I polished it, right? Suede center, and I haven't cut this out yet, right? Don't know what I'm going to do about this dovetail back here yet. I don't know how I'm going to have that, so I left it, and I even made it big enough, you know, because I'm going to do something with it. This is not the center console door, but we're going to do something with it. We just don't know what. I think I might kind of have it angled down, but I haven't got there yet. I still have to build the inner brace to it. Again, some flooring I had set aside, but you can go to like a bargain outlet store and you can buy like a couple pieces of flooring, right? If you're going to do your trunk like we did on the Mustang previous video, if you haven't seen it, please look at our other videos. There's one where we show you what we did with our trunk, which is basically the same thing we did here. We just built a product here, right? We just built a center console. If you look, there's the yellow tabs at the top and the bottom. That's actually going to be where the structure mount goes, and it's just going to be surrounded in, you know, inch wood and stuff like that to give it some stability and some strength. Again, nothing's really going to be on top of it, you know, so there's not really going to be any weight. I was originally going to put cup holders in. I actually don't think there's enough room, and honestly, it really looks cool the way it is. So that's probably not going to happen now. We still have to kind of trim the sides to kind of fit into the car. So now we got to actually trim this to fit in the car. So now that we have it, we can kind of trim it to fit in the car. But there is one thing that most people don't know about a custom center console or any sort of custom interior when you're working on it. And that is one simple rule. Okay, and it's the same rule for body panels. You have to be careful because your seats, they're not always 100% where you think they're going to be. Okay, so you really need to put your seat in before you mount your center console. So what we're going to do is we're going to mock our center console in. We're going to give it all the structure, things like that. We're not going to put any mounting in till we have the seats in. Now I can throw one of the old seats in and say, okay, this is where or I could put both of them in. Say, okay, this is where everything's going to be, but we're repadding those seats in the TMI foam and stuff like that, so the boasters are going to change. So since we're changing one part, I have to assume everything's going to be different, because if I don't assume that, everything will be different, and then it'll look like I have egg on my face. I made a huge mess in this office too. My wife's going to kill me. That should be like the new hashtag, Jerry's wife's going to kill. She hates messes. She's like the cleanest person ever, and I am not. This woman should not have married a mechanic. But as far as this, you know, we have to clean it back up and stuff like that. But this is really cool, right? In considering this, okay, to have a center console made, to buy one and then cover it, things like that, is like $300, right? $300. Okay. Break that down into the average guy just kind of tinkering with his hot rod or whatever, builds a center console. And let's say he uses some flooring he had set aside because he did. And he had some suede he bought off eBay for $30, right? And he still has a ton left. I'm saying this because this guy did it, right? Old flooring. I went to Home Depot. I bought some aluminum, cost me $20. I bought some wood stuff, that cost me $6. It was on sale. I think it's normally $6 a sheet, right? And I just mashed the two together, right? I think all in all, I probably have in the bottom panel and the center console, I probably have $50 total, right? Total cost involved. So, and we still have to do a couple things. Sure, you know, we have to line it, and I'm probably gonna put sound deadener in it, so no reverberation sounds. I hate rattles. Most mechanics do. It's like against our religion to have a rattle anywhere. So we're gonna stiffen up, make it stronger. Then we're going to put it in the car, and then we have to build a mounting surface for it. I don't know how we're gonna do that yet, but we will. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe. We're back on working on stuff and more fun things. We are going to have some clips of the Syracuse Nationals in here. We'll put it in right now at the end. Well, but not right now, but right now after I say the thing I always say. To my kids, if you've seen this video, right, here's the surprise, okay? All you got to do is tell me that you saw that thing behind me that's green and flag-shaped, right? If you see it and you tell me you see it, the first person to tell me they saw it, they get $10. Let's see how that works. But if you like more content like this, this is the kind of junk we do. We try to build something that everybody can enjoy. So, yes, building crap out of crap for crap. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe. Remember, make it fast, keep it dirty, but be safe, because that's the #1 thing, right? Don't let go of the rope. How do you feel about this?
Well, we have a team of guys who move the car, you know. Yeah, so I'll be over, you know.
What you've done. My favorite is this. A Willys. Look at those ripples. Oh, look. She's sitting high in the water. Right? The building would be better if the hood was open. Now you can have a Willys and not have the hood open. Shameful. Let's back this up. Oh, isn't she pretty?